So I bought some of these component boxes off eBay a while ago, and they go for about 30 cents each. I've put all of my 0402 resistors in here, so they're really tiny resistors. But I didn't check if they'd stay in there when I like move the boxes around. I should have done this before I started, but I'll just do a quick test now. So these are, okay. I'm gonna get around to printing labels to put on the lids. These are 68 ohm resistors. You can see some of them in there. So you can see they're pretty tiny. But if we tip the box upside down, yeah, not really a good sign. Especially these resistors came in a resistor pack, so I only got 100 of every value. So you can see there's still quite a few in there, but it's like 20 or something that fell out. It's not very good if that happens and you've got a whole collection of them together and you can't just shuffle them back into the little pack. Yeah, so I've got this one which has capacitors in it. They're the same size capacitors, 0402 package, but you see that I can tip that upside down. You might be able to hear it, them all moving around, and none of them fall out. So I think that's because the capacitors are thicker, whereas these resistors are really thin. They're both the same land footprint, but the capacitors are raised higher off the board. And of course it doesn't happen with components that are larger size. These are just let me get the label out to show you. These are 08, I think. Yeah, 0805 packages. So they're 2 sizes up. And they're pretty large in comparison. And of course, they're not going to fall out. You can shake these upside down. These are the 0.1 microfarad 0603 capacitors. I don't have very many of them. But yeah, they are. You can see they're way too big to fall out. The problem is that there's just a little bit of a gap right on the side here, and depending how you close the lid, that little bit of a gap can fit some of the really small resistors through. These are some 0201 100 nanofarad capacitors. They are very tiny in there. There's about 100. I probably lost a couple. And they do not work well at all in these cases. So shake it a bit. It's pretty much half or more than half of all of the capacitors that were in there. Yeah, that's the other half. Yeah, so they don't work very well. An easy way to pick these up though is just get a magnet and you can just run it above, and all 50 of those capacitors are now just on the end of that magnet there. And then you can just kind of pluck them off with your finger and then rub them back in. And check the magnet, make sure they're all there. These boxes are fine for storing these components, just you can't rely on them if they fall on the ground. You know, half your components are gone. I will be looking into a way to fix this, putting some kind of seal or something around the lid. I'll keep you updated